I'm not feeling well today, so this is where I go when I am feeling depressed, down, sick, whatever. Even happy, of course. I've been meaning to do another tour video for a while. So, you know, this is going to be a longer video because I really want to do some detail about my room, look at some stuff. So, I try to keep my room halfway organized and a little in disarray to make it feel like a comic book shop when I walk in. So, I'm very anal. I like things all in order, but at the same time, I like the feel of an old comic shop. So what is this? So this is my comic book room. If you haven't been subbed to my channel or haven't seen my room tour before, this is the sanctuary. I call it the Nighttiger's lair. And it is just chock full of goodness. Where do we start? Okay, so here's my granddaughter, Elena. And my wife and myself when we were in New York one year. We used to go to New York every year before COVID. Obviously for reasons. My wife's been back, but I just don't want to go. I feel it's too dangerous. Here's a cover I did for a comic book that I drew. I actually have a series that I started as a kid called Liberty League. Obviously a ripoff of Justice League. And I rip off some characters. I make my own, put my own little touches on them. So that's supposed to be like Thor. His name's Myth. Here we have Vespa. He's like Yellow Jacket, similar to Yellow Jacket. And then Icicle. Obviously, you know that. I forget his name. I can't remember. But the Blue Flame. Lumox. That's Lumox right there. So what do we got? So we got a lot of Golden Age in here. Bozo the Clown and Smash Comics number 26. He was actually the first robot on the first comic book cover, Smash Comics number 1. And I think movie feature comics number 1 also came out the same month with a robot. Sorry for that glare. I don't know how to... So me, what I like to do is, my favorite thing to do is collect scarce Golden Age. I don't care about, I'm not a big key guy, and I'm definitely not a slab guy. And I was just thinking, the reason I hate slabs, because, you know, when I buy a book, I want to get it, and I want to add my own DNA to the book. So when I open it up and it's raw, and I touch it, my skin cells bond with the paper fiber, and my DNA becomes part of that book. And that book becomes part of me and becomes a personal thing. Whereas if it's slabbed, you can't touch it. You can't add your own part of your DNA to it. It doesn't become anything that belongs to you, like technically, if you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I just came up with it. I just got that one in right there. Very cool. Missing the back cover, but very hard book to get. It's very expensive, and I'm cheap. I'd rather, I grew up poor. My parents died when I was a kid, and I raised 3 daughters and a son, and I had pretty much a minimum wage job when all my kids were little. So I've learned to be very frugal, and I'll wait for books for years. I feel like a dirty whore if I spend more than $200 on a big book. I don't understand how people can spend thousands and thousands of dollars on comics. I can't. I look for the cheapest things. Like this book here, when I saw it for sale on my comic shop, it was half off the fair market value of, and it was a nice copy. So I was like, okay, that makes sense. This is one I got this year also. Got that one this year. I was happy. That's a nice copy of the funnies. Those are always beat up. Trying to complete the WoW run. Doing pretty good on that. Actually, I was buying these WoWs for the last several years, probably like the last 8 years, and now with the internet, the key mindsets, after COVID, it's like all these books people are asking outrageous prices for. Like you can't really, it's harder and harder to find books at a cheap price. Like that Triple Threat, I think it was like one on eBay right now or something for, I don't know, $500-600. I found that one for $10, and then I found a second copy for $10. Schomburg, nice shark cover. American Comics. I think I'm, you know, at one point in my life, I didn't own Golden Age. I used to just drool over the Overstreet pictures, those color pictures. I never thought I'd own certain books. And All American is a book I never thought I'd own, but I have like 5 of them now. Mary Marvel's pretty hard to find, pretty hard to get at a decent price. See, here's one of those funnies, and it's really beat up. Black Hood, another one I never thought I'd own. Now I got 4 of them. It's like my dream has come true. As a kid, even as a young adult, I dreamed about Golden Age. It wasn't until I discovered eBay. I mean, when the internet first came about and computers, I didn't want nothing to do with them because I'm always an old school guy. And my wife said, you know, you could save money paying your bills if you use the computer. And from that day forward, I learned everything about the computer. Like I said, I'm cheap. And so I'm like, yeah, if I could save money. So here, this one was $20 at my shop. I couldn't believe he gave it to me. It's a really nice shape, too. Victory Garden cover. I read it. It's really good. And then this All Winners 2 is coverless with a reproduction cover. But that was I bought that from Simon Comics, and it's missing, I think, 2 wraps inside. And I put everything I buy in Mylar. So I got spoiled during COVID buying those Pro Lines, and now my shop can no longer get them. And I did find that you can get them on eBay now cheap, but since I started going with the Mylar Gerbers and discovered that those Pro Lines, they wrinkle after a year or two, that I just buy Gerbers now, and I put everything in Mylar. So much better. I don't like poly bags. I can't believe I found this book. It's a scarce one. I don't think I've ever seen another one since I bought it. So this is my War Stamp, War Bond shelf right here. Obviously that is not, and that is not. I found this one for $200, man. Number 6. A couple of years ago. Beautiful copy of that. Oh. So what do you got? This is the, so up here's Marvel. That's my Marvel shelf. Mostly number 1s in the background. I put up this shelving, and then I put this fishing line, heavy gauge, because before I had these clips like this, and they kept falling. The books would get heavy, or I wouldn't put the clip on right, and the whole shelf would fall. That happened lots of times. So with this line, I can keep sticking books in front, or whatever I want. If I get a new book in and I want to put it on a shelf, I just pop it up there. Okay, we got a visitor. Hey, Buster. So these prints I got as a gift from Hobby. They were Simon Comics. What's up, buddy? It's a nice cold day here in Florida. So like I said, this is the Marvel. This was a gift or a trade from Mark Spector Comics. I got that in Alabama. This was at one of the first comic fests at the mall. I think it was the second one. This was a shop in Denellen, Florida. Nice high-grade copy of that. eBay. What do we got down here? This is the DC wall. I got this at a show earlier this year. Found this at my local LCS. It's a Wrightson cover. This was a $1 book out of a dollar bin. Years ago, there used to be this really big shop in Denellen, Florida. He's actually the inspiration for two of the shops that are in existence now. And he went out of business or shut down his brick and mortar because he was getting divorced, and or he got divorced and his wife was getting part of the profits, so he went to online selling only. I just picked this one up. Oh, it's a really good read. Really enjoyed that. And then this Commandy, which is a nice copy. These are usually miscentered. This one's perfect. Got that from Roger Metarog. But this book is scarce. I seen that on eBay. The guy had 60 on it, and I offered him 50. And I think we negotiated. I don't remember. I got it for 50, I think. And it's a scarce. It's the last issue. Obviously, 71. I think he had 70, and I said 60. So with tax and shipping, it came to 71. But obviously, they were banking on the Ghost Rider from Magazine Enterprises, which was popular at the time. This was the last issue. This book is extremely hard to find. Scarce. People, when I show it, they say they've been looking for it for years. Actually, the seller said he watches my channel, so which was cool. Another Wrightson cover. This was at the local shop. These were out of the $1 bin right here, out of that shop I was just talking about. This was a nice copy I found for $30 or $50 at flea market. First Superman Flash Race. And like I said, I just got this, another one. I read these, and I thought I was really impressed with the writing. I enjoyed it, and the art is immensely good too. eBay buy, local shop. What do we got behind here? Let's see. Some auction wins from years ago. Green Lantern, really nice copy. I think it's 22. I'm not sure. And then I got this in Alabama. I paid. What did I pay for that? I forget. I don't know if I have it on there. I'm curious myself. Neil Adams cover. It has a tape pull. Other than that, it's a really nice copy. I didn't even see that tape pull when I bought it. I paid $150 for it. That was at like the beginning of the COVID prices going up, so I don't know if it's going for that much now. I haven't even checked. It was a little shop in Alabama that I frequent, and I like to help them out. It's about 45 minutes from my job in northern Alabama. I don't remember when I got this. I actually just got this in May. High grade copy of that. And obviously we know what this is. I got a couple copies of that book right there. I like this. It's got Captain Thunder. So obviously they're testing it out for Shazam. He looks like the FBI guy on My Greatest American Hero. I forget, Bill Maxwell. And then I upgraded this a couple years ago, and then I had a 50-cent bin one that I found, which was nice, but it had a detached cover, and I pressed it and gave it to Roger or Metarog. Man, I'm always looking for these early ones. I think I saw Alan just post one. What did I pay for this? $37.45. That's a steal for this book. These are usually like in the hundreds. It's Early Brave and Bold number 14. So yeah, I like this fishing line like this, so I can just throw books up here whenever I want. And it reminds me, it feels like a comic shop. Like a mom and pop comic shop. Mom and pop comic shop. Good song. Oh, so here's the Marvel, another Marvel shelf. Obviously with keys. So I like keys. I love Marvel. Great stuff. Good reading always. But like I said, I love Marvel, but Golden Age is what excites me. See, a book should go right there. It's probably this one. So first appearance of Machine Man. And this is a cool book. Oh, I'm still looking for a second copy of this. I got this at such a great price, and it's such a great copy off eBay. But man, this book is expensive. I can't even find the reprint one. What was it, 84 or something? For inexpensive. So I paid $65 for that with shipping and tax. And it's just a beautiful copy. Great read. Great letter. If you have this and you have not read the letter section, there's a letter in there by a fan who's asking about Eunice, the villain from X-Men, and what they're planning to do with them. And the editor, he's like, we have no character named Eunice. That's such a weird thing that you would say. And he makes kind of a subtle joke about anal. And it was funny because the editor had no idea that they had this character that Jack Kirby had created several issues prior. Let me put this in here. So I'm not going to worry too much about framing stuff here. We're just having fun. This book I bought for $10. If you can see subtly, it has some ink right there. But the ink was very strong, very dark, very deep. And I bought this for $10 saying, one day I'm going to take the cover off and I'm going to get that ink off. And I had it for almost a year and a half. And then I got some time and I took the cover off. Put it under water with some diluted bleach water and a paintbrush. And you can barely tell it's there. For $10, this is a really nice copy. And then I reattached the cover. So there you go. You just never know. You know, test your skills out. So here's the Thanos backup story. I think it's the first Thanos solo story. I don't know what that key is. It has something to do. I don't even know if I have it on the back. Iconic cover by Maurice Severin. That's all it is. Guys, I'm 56 years old. I've had surgery on both my shoulders for work. And I barely had this camera. I'm holding it up and I have to adjust my arm because my shoulder is beginning to ache. And that sucks. That shouldn't be happening at this young age. I started working out recently, like about a month and a half ago, lifting weights so that I can build up the strength in my shoulders again. So I just got this. I'm gonna jump from different subjects here and there because we're just doing a hodgepodge. I just got this. Now I've been wanting this book for a while. Really didn't want to pay fair market value on this book. That's why it's been a long time since I actually had it in one of my collections a long time ago. But the guy sold me this huge stack of DC Bronze Horror for less than $2 a piece. So he had, I think he had, what do you have on this? I think he had $80, $90. And I said, what can you do? And he said 75, and I looked it up, and it was really retailing for like 40. So I said, would you do 50? So he said, yeah. And so I took it. I know it was a little more than fair market value, but the guy hooked me up with some good stuff. So I bought this during the height of the COVID. So I thought I got a good deal on it, which I did at the time, but now this book is dropped. Got that in Ohio when I was visiting with Steve. First tiger shark. So now I have that one. I have this one. And I also have the team up one. So now I have all three. Got this at the flea market. Charles, great seller at the flea market. If you live in Florida and you haven't frequented the flea market in Webster. Go on holiday and you're going to find a lot of comic book vendors with great stuff. Charles is one. I paid $30 for this, $28. It's a really nice copy. Second appearance of the Ghost Rider. I got this in Missouri. Stopped at a shop. I have a video up on my channel about it. Pretty decent copy. Went through that whole store and found probably the 3 best deals on comics. Four best deals on comics. Bought that on eBay. It's a Pence copy, but it's a really nice copy for what it is. Steve Ditko issue. I just pulled this out of the box recently. Dr. Doom's Getting Hot. And I remember reading this. I thought the story was ridiculous, but it's kind of a cool cover. Steranko, Son of Satan, first appearance. Is it first appearance? First solo. That's the first appearance. This is a cool reprint. I don't see too many people showing this. So this reprints Marvel Superheroes number whatever, first appearance of the Guardians of the Galaxy. And then it reprints it here in Astonishing Tales number 29. Really nice copy. I got this like 20 years ago. I don't even remember where. Probably in a dollar bin. I don't see anybody else. I've never seen anyone show this book. I'll probably put this up on eBay. I mean on Instagram. So obviously this is just a cool Jack Kirby cover. It's a high grade copy. I saw this cover. It hadn't been on my radar, and when I saw it, I'm like, man, this is a cool cover. So I found the highest grade I could for the decent price on eBay. What did I pay for this? $42. But it's a really nice copy. I love that cover. One of Jack's best covers, in my opinion. That blue. There's just some covers that have certain shades of blue that stand out. This one, and where do we see that? That blue on that first Dark Side is really, it's unique. It stands out. Oh, we never finished with the DC shelf here. Did I say I bought that one at a show? Yeah, I think we did finish with this. Oh yeah, I got a high grade copy of that one. I just got this book in. I don't think I read it yet. Big Defender fan. I always actually liked the Defenders more than I did the Avengers. Got a high grade copy of that. That book's always yellowed. So it's nice to get a not super white, but a white copy. And then obviously we have the Submariner versus the Thing. And some more Submariner. I mean, some Silver Surfer. This book was a gift from my buddy, Jesse Lynch. Shout out to him. Sends me great packages every year. Second appearance of Electro. Doctor Strange. First Weapon X. Nice copy of that. I have all these things. I've been thinking about this whole video for about 6 months. I actually bought some glasses that had a camera in preparation for this video. And then I worn them and dropped them, and now they don't work. So what do we got here? So we want to look at this last shelf. I put this one up recently for the for the holiday. Tip Tops. This is from like 1938. And then we have Captain Marvel Infinity cover. It has all the issues or series titles that were out by Fawcett at the time. Super Snipe. Nice bomb catching cover for World War II. Pretty decent copy. That's from 1943. I like to buy these on eBay, these IWs, and I can find them in high grade for less than $30. Now this one's not high grade, but they're usually ratty. So Planet Comics number 8, and it's a fishbowl helmet cover. I paid $12 for that. So well within my range. This All Flash was a great gift for my buddy Simon Comics when I went to New York and met him. Which cover? I mean, it is low grade, but hey, anybody will take a free Golden Age Flash, right? I brought him a Hulk figure that talks, a big giant one. I don't know if he still has that. All right, what am I doing here? So Lost Worlds. I think this is a one-shot, 1952. Sometimes I bring books down and then I forget to put them back. I just got that at the flea market for $6. Wally Wood cover. Reprint from Fox, or from Avon. This was another gift from Jesse Lynch. This is a Centaur comic, which those are extremely rare. Why won't that move? This is a cool, come on, book. World War II cover. Nazi symbol there. Number 6, Headline Comics. 1943. I always put the issue number, the date, what the key significance of the book is. A couple of years ago, I started putting on the date that I bought them or received them in the mail and where I bought them from. So like here we have, this is 2022 eBay. I didn't put the listing on here. I think in 22, or I started, if it was over $100, I only put it on my CLZ app and I didn't put it on the book. So I didn't want my wife to know what I was paying for these books. I always think about investment price when I'm buying a book. Like I said, I'm cheap, and I never ever, like this one, I paid a little more. That's helped somebody out at a show. But on eBay or online, I rarely will pay for market value. Rarely. It's got to be an extremely rare book. Robot cover. Got this from a shop in Gainesville for $2. All-Star Sports Cards and Comics. One of the best shops in Central Florida, guys. If you're in the Florida area, that is the shop to go to. I love his mindset. He got rid of selling new comics, which was a great idea. He has tons of bronze, silver, gold, and he does nothing new anymore. He said it just wasn't worth it. Jack Kirby, Bullseye. I don't know why that thing would go down. This is a cool book here. Crime. Bloody Hand. Throwing the Bloody Axe. I actually found a second lower grade copy of this for like $12 and traded it away or gifted it. I don't remember. I'm not a seller. I personally would rather give a book or trade a book than sell a book, because I like to see people's faces when they're getting something and not having to put out or shell out money. Because I understand a lot of us, all of us actually, have families and lives, especially in this climate. Things are so expensive. I'd rather give something away. And we'll get to stuff that I'm going to give away. This is a Canadian White comic. I got that at an auction years ago. Fought for it. High grade for Canadian White. I got it with another copy. I don't remember what I paid. I think I paid like $80 for it. So the Canadian Whites, in the beginning, this title was just black and white. And then they added color later, after the war. There was a trade embargo during World War II. And the United States didn't export any properties, any inks, any paper, nothing. So Canada had to stop printing American comics and come up with their own superheroes for a while. And when they did that, the price, to keep the price low, they didn't use colored ink. This is a high-grade copy of this. You'll see this book. Every now and then it'll be on eBay, but when you see it, it is not in the best condition. This is from 1945, and it has no date in the book whatsoever. It's a Harry Chesler book, 1944, actually. Prize in my collection. One of the earliest Golden Age best buys that I've got. I probably got this in like 2018 or something. I don't remember. I think I started collecting. This collection started in 2008. I had sold my first comic book collection. I sold at 18 when I had run up a bunch of fines and I was about to go to jail. So I sold all my collection. It was mostly Silver Age Marvel. A lot of early X-Men. And then I started collecting, and my first child came after that, and I just didn't have money, so I just collected whatever I could find at flea markets. I ended up selling that collection off. This is first Black Widow, or second actually, in the Golden Age. She gets killed in here. Then I started another collection. And I had some really good books in that third collection. But my wife divorced me, my first wife, and I was depressed, single dad, and like I said, I wasn't a truck driver then. I was working 40-hour weeks, so I didn't make a whole lot of money. So I sold that so I could have money to go to Disney or somewhere, or some theme parks with my kids. Traded along. I sold everything and for cash, and he gave me a long box of really super low grade Golden Age books that weren't really anything, mostly war stuff. And then I got rid of that, and then I started this collection after when I married Milagros. Okay, so what do we got here? I know I'm talking, I'm rambling, but I knew I was going to do that. This may even go over an hour, so I don't know if I don't like doing 1- and 2-part videos because they never do well on the second part. So I started organizing stuff, getting inspired by you guys. I don't even know what's in here. I do know that all these boxes, except for the Golden Age, are ones I have not read yet. So all this stuff, it has not been. This actually has to come out here. I'm separating out my Marvel Silver Age, and I have 2 boxes of that stuff. But this is just stuff, books I have not read, no particular orders. Hey, there's a modern comic, which you're going to rarely see in my comic room. I think this is the last issue of Heartthrobs. This last issue, and this is a related version from Secret Heart 75. But that's the last issue of Heartthrobs. So just random stuff in here. Another Silver Age book. Oh, why is this? I'm not going to worry about it. But I've been pulling all my Silver Age out, putting them in separate boxes. I just saw the Golden Age British edition for sale. They want $1,000-some on eBay. That'd be cool to own. I don't think it's worth it though, but so yeah, just random stuff. Books that I'm planning on reading in one day. Ooh, a modern book. I do have some modern. I got rid of 99% of my modern comics. My focus now is only books with newsprint pages. Got that at the flea market. Alfred's death. Rocco's Modern Life, #1. So yeah, so I think I'm planning on giving this book away at some point, I think. Supposedly this goes for money. It says it averages $42 in sales because of the art. I don't know. I found it in a dollar bin. What else? I mean, there's a lot of stuff in here. I picked up 2 copies of this. Oh, look, there they are. I'm a comic book hoarder. If I find books like a cover like that with the Venus first appearance in the Bronze Age, I love it so much that if I find a second copy, I pick it up, and at some point somewhere down the road, maybe a gift to somebody else, but I like to keep them. I think they just look cool. Let me put these back in here. So I got these out because I'm separating promos, separating my Super IW comics into one box. Here we have Bendable, Batman. He was hanging up here, but I keep knocking him down. Oh, I don't want to bore you, but I know people love to see. This is the Dell box, one of the Dell boxes, and the other one's right there. Really nice copies, these antiquated. Ben Casey. I remember watching this show. I bought a $100 worth of Dells earlier this year. The shot. Oh, that's I got for $10 off eBay. The owner in Denellen, shout out to Josh, cool guy. River Monster Comics. He had a box of Dells, but when I went over there, they were nowhere to be found. And I said, "Where's your Dells at?" Oh, I put them in the back. I needed the box. So he brought them out. He had like $5 on them. Or more on some of them. Oh, that was a great find from his shop right there. For $12. 12? 10. And so he brought them out. And I said, you know, it never hurts to ask. I said, and some of the books right here, I'll give you $1 a piece for all of them. So we had like 100, so I bought them all. This was $1, $1, $1. That was in there too. So that was $1. Flipper. There was some gold keys in there. There were several issues, 3 issues of Bewitched #1. I traded one to Jambo. So I thought it was a great deal. So all these books here, just to show you, I'm going to pull another one and see randomly what's in it. Oh, I just picked up this. It's a replica. I've been trying to get a real one, but man, people ask too much money, and I'm cheap. Like I said, I'll wait. I'll wait for the right deal. That was $30. I thought it looks cool in the comic room. What do you guys think? And then we got a picture here about my granddaughter, Elena. So is this a random box? Let's see what's in it. Nope, this is the IW, ACG, Harvey promos. And now we have it open, we can put the promo in there. So here's all the promos in the back. Oh, that's Harvey. King Comics. Here's the promos. The New Teen Titans. So the Flintstones will go before that. I'm trying to get them alphabetical order. LC, EF. So the Flintstones go right after that. What do we got here? Some other stuff. So IWs right here in the beginning. Danger. So do I have all of them? There's one. There's one. Here's number 12. This is number 15. And what number is that? 18. So that should go there, and this should go here. And there. Whoa, what's going on? Guys, tell me this. In my shop in town, the big shop, they have like hundreds of long boxes of back issues. And some of them, they have those long, they're not actually long boxes, they're bins. And they just cram them so tight, you can't even pull one book out. It really makes me upset. Because I thought, you know, that's bad business practice. Why would you do that? We're just going to look at this one. I want to see one of these random boxes. So this one's all Marvel Silver Age right here. So what do we got in here? And this is pretty tight. Avengers 13. 17. I got it actually too tight. Chamber of Darkness. Isn't that a Bernie Wrightson cover? Creatures on the Loose. Daredevil. And some of it's bronze, but if it has a first cover appearance of Agatha Christie, or Agatha Harkness, if it has that corner box and it's like the long one, I put it in with the silver, even if it's 1970. So this is the Marvel box, Silver Age. Okay, you saw that. Okay. So here's just a random box. Let's see what's in it. See, this one's pretty loose. So you can see it's just random. I'm going to pull all my atlases out and put them all in one box at one point. I guess I started doing it already. So you can see, and I still have to Mylar a lot of stuff. Not a lot. My Mylar, I'm catching up. And I went through all these boxes at one time. These are some Silver Age. Everything in here, and I pulled all the books out that I thought deserved Mylar. Like, that has Mylar. So the more valuable books, they got Mylar in them. And then I worked my way down to the less, let's say, investable books. Look at this modern book. What's this doing in here? It's just a cool Joker cover. Ooh, nice. I need to draw something on that. Remember, I was looking for this for ages in the dollar bin and finally found it. Justice League Dark #1. Got that from my buddy Joe in Tennessee. Black box, silver, and bronze. Is that her first appearance? I don't know if it is. Mademoiselle Marie. Okay, so you saw that. Did you get your fix? Okay, we're moving on. Where are we at? Ooh, wow, we're at a half hour. But I knew I didn't want to make this a fast video. Okay, what do we got up here? So this stuff goes over here, but every time I got to look in a Gerber guide, I pull it off. If you haven't seen my Gerber guide video, go check it out. These are my treasuries under here. I keep them pressed with these big books. So let's see what treasuries I got. So I just picked up this treasury right here. Oh, my son got me that. This is the foil edition. And actually Steve Caldwell of I Love Disney Comics, he sent me the original one. I got to upgrade. So here's my treasuries. never was big into them, and I started seeing my friends get them, and I started getting them. Did he send me the original one? Or did he send me that one? He might have sent me that one. I think he mistakenly thought he sent me the original one. These are cool. I found these at a flea market for $3. These are really tough books to get. This is the Whitman variant right here. Modern Comics reprint. Came out the same year. So the Marvel. Finally got these. When I was a kid, I used to check these out of the library. And when I saw these at the flea market, I'm like, oh man, these are part of my childhood. I got a kid. Look at the beautiful Steranko covers. And that's what I always remember. I remember this vividly, that and that, his boots, and how he made them so long. I'm like, oh, I got to get this. I remember as a kid, I used to go to the library and check this thing out. And then I realized when I got it and opened it up, I wasn't quite as happy. Because it reads like a textbook. If you have not read this, it reads like a textbook. But as a kid, I'm like, I'll never own these books. I own that one. I own this one. I own that 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 one. So you can see how my dreams have come true, people. I'm not going to look too far into this, but I have a few of these. I have to go through here. It's been a while. Look at this one. That's cool. I just showed you mine. I have that one. I have that one. Wow. I have that. I have that Skyman right there. So cool. I'm not sure. I think I might have that one too. I'm getting lost in here because it's so cool, man. But he goes in a lot of detail in the history of the comics. I have that one. I don't have that. I almost got it, and I passed, and someone else bought it for $75. But what else do I have here? I have that one. Anyways, you get it. I found two of these at the flea market for $1. Gave one to my son. I was not happy about this. I read it, and Superman's not even in here. And then the Marvel Gerbers, which I rarely look at. And those are my treasuries. Not a whole lot. I don't really collect treasuries unless I can find them in high grade at a really cheap price. A couple of years ago, right before Christmas, a guy had a box of them at my LCS, their second store, and they wouldn't buy them. So I stopped him outside, and he said $10 a piece. I bought a couple. I called a couple friends, told them what they had, and they bought a couple. I don't understand. Why do I have two of these? Oh, I got this at Bearded Brown Coat for $15, and it's an upgrade. I do remember reading this, and I did like it. And this was sent to me, I had before, from Steve Codwell. Go ahead and get the Treasury poly bags. You can get them on Amazon. All right. So these go up here to kind of keep them all nice and flat. I'll say, what is this? These are the books that I've read and need to go file in the other room. So quickly in the other room, I put all the books that I read. Oh, my soup is smelling amazing. And it's boiling. So here in this other room, sorry guys, this is the Nighttiger house and it's a mess. Whoop, this is the alcove to the kitchen. So here's the books that I read, and they go in here and they go in alphabetical order. Every company. I take those off because they sound like horses' hoofs when you're walking around. Okay, so these books I've read, they got to go away. Just picked up a second copy of that. 2 copies of this one. Love that cover. So there's really cool books in here. I mean, I'm not to toot my own horn, but I collect the coolest stuff. I got 2 of these. And if you don't agree, I just went through this yesterday and I'm like, oh man, I can't believe these are all mine. I think I have 2 of these. I remember finding this in a dollar bin, and it's like a 9/8 copy. It is just, this has got Jack Kirby art in it. I never liked this character. I thought he looked stupid, but when I saw this book for $1, was it $1 in high grade? I'm like, I'll take it. One of my favorite covers. It's pretty cool. I love all the colors on here. Falling in love. Jonah Hex, one of my favorite Western titles. There's never a bad issue of Jonah Hex in the Bronze Age. Never, never. You know what that is? First John Walker. I picked up the silver one, the Silver Claws, earlier this year. I bought this book. It's been quite a while. It's been, I don't know, like 10 years since I bought it. And I've never seen another one in the wild. And I found this at the flea market. The guy wouldn't come off the $3. And I found a second, the silver one, this year at the same flea market. I don't remember what I paid for it, though. I think it's up here. On the wall? Is it up here on the wall? Oh, well, we're getting off topic. Killer book. This isn't the first. Yeah, this is the first appearance. I finally got it. Really good book. If you have not read this, my goodness, he kills every bad guy in here. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, how do they get away with that? Okay, you know what that is. This is Last Adventure. Obviously, you know what this is. Modern Key. I think I picked this up in St. Port Richey. Just read this. I got the whole run out of a 50-cent bin. I like Mike Grell's writing. I do not like his art, but his writing is really good. This is one that I bought off a newsstand as a kid. Frank Miller. On and on. Second in Charles in Georgia. You guys remember where you bought almost all your books? I pride myself on remembering most of that I can. It gives you like a connection to the book. Is this not in my? It is in Mylar. Ooh, look at this. Black Panther. Oh, that's number 7. I think I have number 1 right there. Look at this wall, guys. Girls, whoever. Macra Boy cover. I put those up for the holiday. Just got that foremost and read it. Oh, it's got 2 Nazi spy stories in it. It's really good. And you got a black cat back here. And that's the first Charlton Blue Beetle. I think 3 issues before they changed Dan Garrick character. So they picked him up from Fox, and Charlton they did 3 issues with the original character, and then they changed them. Back to where were we at here? Batman, 100-pager. Just a bunch of cool stuff. The Spooky Spook, and then Death. Modern comic, get it out of here. 93. Another modern comic. What year is this? Is this modern? Yeah. Tombstone. Oh yeah, this book. I need to take a picture of that for Instagram. We'll put that on top. Stay. Okay. So that's all these three are stuff I've read within the last few months. I read these last. I just picked these up and I already had them. But dang, it was good. I really enjoyed the story. I haven't read it since I was 18 or 19 years old. Great George Perez covers. Don Heck does interiors. Not too bad. Some of his better work, actually. But the story was really good. Man, these books are really good. I've been really enjoying these. I picked these up recently. Oh, I got this from my comic shop, but I love that cover. I love how the curve of her back. $0.30 variant. I picked up a second copy. I have a bit. My first one's a better copy, but just a cool issue. A-OK from Charlotte Caldwell. Second, this is a trade from Jambo. This is a second issue. I haven't even read the first one yet. Second appearance of Freedom Fighters. So we can go on and on. This is key after key after key. Got a couple issues of that. I remember buying this when it came out. John Romita art, Junior art. I think I have 2 copies of this. I bought another copy. Didn't realize I had it already. These are all number 1s that you can see. I have 2 copies of that direct. And I did a video of number 1s, like a live show a while back. Just picked up a second copy of this. Great letter in here. Very touching. Okay, you guys, you get the point here. Cool comics all around, right? That was a good story. Gene Colan art, and not his best, but the story was so good. Oh, I just read that. Yeah, I just read these. They're so good. Picked up a 3rd copy of that. Upgraded on that one. I got to upgrade on this one. This is one of the first books that I pressed, and it had a little tear, and I ended up messing it up till the whole piece fell off. Mike Zeck, beautiful Mike Zeck cover. I need to upgrade on that one. I picked up the whole run in a dollar bin, except for this one. I got this one somewhere else, and it's a much lower grade. Those dollar bin ones and the rest of the run were all high grade. I read this recently. It was pretty... I'm not a big X-Men Mutants fan, especially late 80s and 90s. It wasn't bad. It's a Chris Claremont story. Okay, some more number 1s from the video I did. Tiger Shark, Bravados. I'm excited to see what's in here. Whoa. Yeah, don't drop them. And I keep a lot of my supplies back here. I got a scale from when I used to sell comics on eBay. Rena's book, which I've got to get around to reading. Morbius. Save up my change here. Archival tape, cleaning pads, erasers, tape, packaging tape, glue. What is this called? Something Espacine for cleaning comics. Pens. Okay, moving up here. Let me put these over here. I hope you're nerding out, because this is the kind of videos that I like. My Golden Age. So here's a modern. I just like this. When it came out, I bought like 6 or 7 copies of that. And I got this for 33 cents in one of these packs that the shops do where they do like a bunch of comics together for $2. He didn't see it. It was on the back. That was like a $30, $40 comic at the time. Good guy. He passed away from COVID. And I went back the next time. I felt kind of guilty that I got it so cheap and gave him some money. Found a couple copies of this one. Wolverine Venomized. Jim Lee, iconic cover. Jack the Ripper, Dead of Night. Neil Adams. I don't know why people don't gravitate to this cover as much as that other one. Avengers 100. I don't know. I know there's a lot of keys of these Legion titles. I don't know if that one's one. This book here I found at a dollar bin. It's like a 9A copy. All right, what do we got here? Just a cool. I like Star Wars. I saw the movies as a kid when they came out in theaters. So, The Empire Strikes Back, the official adaptation. Some Tales of Suspense with the first gold armor. Or his first armor. First Mandarin. Jason mask. I love this. This is one of my favorite Steve Ditko covers right here. I think it has to do with the inker. It looks so 3D. Journey to Mystery 58. Red Sonja #1. Her second appearance. I had her first appearance. I found for $3 in like a 2.0, but I traded it over to Roger. First Captain of the Silver Age. I just got this one. The first page is detached, so I got it really cheap. No, not this one. Is it this? No, there's another one that I got. Where did I get this? Yeah, this one's detached cover. I mean, detached first page. He didn't even know it. He was asking like $60 or something. So I got a half off. I opened it up and the page was loose, and I'm like, did you see this? And you could see his face. He was crestfallen. Whoops. Ooh, see, I got to watch out. I manhandle my books. Obviously, we got some more keys over here. First Human Torch solo. 30-cent variant. First Vision. That's the one I got up for. That's missing an ad page, and I got it for $12 off my comic shop. It's a really good story, too. Actually, I thought the backup feature was better, even though I can't remember what it is. This is a 30-cent variant. First appearance of the Shroud. I'm going to take this cover off and soak it at some point and clean it. So I got it for $1. First appearance, Thrash Metal, birthday card. My boss who passed away. My mentor, should I say, from COVID, actually, also. For edition of the first She-Venom. Got a Batmobile here. And then all these boxes with flip tops are Golden Age. And then we got Golden Age here. Let's take a look at a Golden Age box. I'm probably going to cut it here and then do another video of the rest of the room after we look at this box, because I know people ain't going to sit here and do an hour video. Why is this in here? Because it's in a Golden Age Mylar. So that's Spellbound. That's a British. That's a Tales of Suspense issue. If it's not Golden Age, it's because it's in a Golden Age bag and board. That's why it's in here. These early silver DCs were just as big as Golden Age books. So this is one of the Golden Age boxes. I knew I had that book. I wasn't sure, but what did I pay for this? $25 at my comic shop. Why did that? Is a 0.5 split cover maybe? I don't know. That's what I think it says. Sometimes in my comic shop will say split cover, and it actually won't be split. It will just be hanging on. Love collecting these early issues. This one's a really nice copy. Number 28 from 1938. I paid $136.91 with shipping, but that's because it's a high grade copy. For a Golden Age book, these King comics are always beat up. Look at that thing. So you know where my passion lies. Another British comic. Gift from my friend Steve at Charlton 66. I think Lyle just... No, he didn't show that one. Oh, I remember this I bought. High grade. $50. Guy wouldn't come down. It's like a 7.0. But every time I see this book, it's so beat up, and then people are asking more than I paid for this one. I'm glad that I was able to buy Golden Age books years before the COVID, because there were great deals to be had everywhere. Now it seems that everything with the keys and the idea that Golden Age is worth a lot of money has just driven the price of books up everywhere. Okay, that's an hour video. This is half of the comic room tour. Stay tuned for the next half. Who knows when it's going to come out. But, so we made it halfway across the room. I'll have to do another video. I got to go eat my soup. Wow, I don't think we even made it halfway across the room. Okay, so we're out of here.